Alright, so today's tutorial, we're going to be installing a voice changer called Vonovox. This is my personal favorite voice changer in terms of clarity, and it's less choppy than other voice changers that I have used, but there is a few more steps on installing this. The number one important thing is you must have an NVIDIA graphics card to use this voice changer, and you do have to install a program to install this voice changer. It's called Git Bash. Everything will be left in the description for you to just click on, and then you can just install it straight from there. Um, this is the software Git Bash. This is what it'll look like, the website. And the one you're going to want to click on is the standalone installer right here, this Git for Windows 64 setup. Once you install it, you just save it. It'll give you this little thing. You open it, and then when you download it, just all you're gonna have like all these different like things you can select throughout different pages of the install, but you can just keep pressing next and next and next, and then you can see it's removing previous files because I already have it installed. But I just thought I would show you the install process. Just give it a quick second. Go ahead and skip forward because I'm not editing this. All right. Go ahead and take off this view release notes. You don't really need that. Go and finish that. Now that you have Git Bash installed, you will now be able to install the voice changer. So you can go anywhere you want in your folders for this. I'm just going to go on one of my drives. You could just like pick documents or whatever you want. It doesn't really matter. And then you're going to see I already have a folder here called Vonovox and everything. So I've already installed it. Um, I'm not going to uninstall it for the sake of the video because I already have my settings and everything set up. But what you're going to want to do is just go to your directory you want to go to and right click and then press new and folder and just name it whatever you want. I'll just call it Vono for the sake of this. And then click into it. And then the next thing you're going to do is when you're in your folder, go ahead up to the file explorer at the top where the search bar is, click on it, delete everything, and then type in CMD. And then you're going to get a command prompt right here. The next thing you're going to want to do is go to GitHub, click on the little green code button, and then you're going to see this .git link, and you're going to copy it. After that is copied, we're going to go back into our command prompt in our folder, and we're going to type git space clone space and then paste that link. And then it's going to clone the files into the folder, and it'll say done after. You could just exit out of that. And then the next thing you're going to do is go in to this new folder called Vonovox, and then there's going to be a setup.bat. Um, I already have it installed. I'll kind of just run it a little bit, just kind of show you what it'll look like. It does take a while to install, at least it did for me. Maybe for you it might be faster or it might be slower, but I'm just going to go ahead and stop it because I don't know if it's going to affect my current install or not. Um, I'm going to go ahead and delete this file now, or you'll notice all these files are the same. So if I just go ahead and open a new tab of this, I'll go into my folder, Vonovox. You can see its files are pretty much the same. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this one because I don't need it. So you can go and pause the video, let it install. And once it's installed, you are going to press the little start button. I can't remember or recall if the start button is there prior to the installation. If it is, it won't work. If it most likely won't be an option for you until you install it. But once you do, start button should pop up. So it'll take a couple seconds. Just give it a quick second. And then a little bit of an explanation for this software. I notice in some games that I've played, like one of them being Apex, One of the important things in this is latency. There's a MS latency for the voice changer, and it completely relies on VRAM. And the more VRAM and stuff it's taking up, the higher the latency. Like right now it says 0 because I don't have it started, but um, when you start it, you want to be like under 100, pretty much. Like like the most normal and probably best MS to have is in between 60 and 80. It's probably the best. That's kind of near what I get. Obviously, it depends on your graphics card and your amount of VRAM, but this doesn't really take up a lot. But when you play a game that requires more VRAM, it's going to kind of affect the performance of this voice changer. Um, and a little bit of advice when you have this open, do not close this command prompt. If you close it, this program will close. So you can just minimize that, keep it in the background somewhere. I'm going to go and minimize that, keep this open. And then before I get into the voice changer itself, um, the way you are going to use it in games, because this does not have a built-in output device like some other voice changers, what you're going to want to do is have something installed like a voice meter or VB audio cable. My to-go program for that is called SteelSeries Sonar, which I believe is better overall. But if you know how to use voice meter and you know how to use VB audio cable and you prefer those and you know how to set them up in general, you can go ahead and use those. But for this video, I'll just be using SteelSeries Sonar. I'll leave that in the description too, or you could just search it up. It's going to be this one. I'll go ahead and leave in the description. You just press free download, follow the installation steps, and then when you get to it, you're going to have something that looks like this. And then you'll see there's a little button named Sonar on the left. You'll click it, and when you click in it for the first time, it'll have you select your device, and it'll set up stuff and all kinds of other things. Once it's set up, you should have something that kind of looks like this. Um, and the way you set it up is where this master button is. You click on the little icon here, the little gear, and your personal mix is going to be your headphones. Your mic input is obviously going to be your microphone. And then for the stream mix, always have it set to SteelSeries Sonar Stream. And that's like the basic setup for this. It is going to install some virtual input and output devices named like game, chat, media, aux, and mic. So once you have that stuff set up in here, what you can do now is go back into the voice changer and you'll see input and output device. As your input device, you're just going to have it as your microphone. And as your output device, I have mine set to microphone, but it only because I have other stuff set to other things. It doesn't mean you can't use it, all these other things. So you could set it to aux if you wanted. I just have them at different volumes and stuff for specific reasons. So I use mic so I can have it all the way up all the time. It's honestly preference. But if you have it as your mic, every time you go to use it, you're going to have to go to your mic input and change it to something that's not in use so that your actual voice is not interfering with the voice changer. So the best thing to do would just to be to set it to aux, which I guess I will do for just this tutorial. You could also set it to media. It's honestly whatever you want. You can set it to media, chat, um, and you could even set it to game if you want. You can decide what you want to choose. I'll just set it to aux for now instead of microphone, just for this. So you'll see SteelSeries Sonar aux right here, and you'll go ahead and click that. And then after you have that, I'm going to be leaving another link in the description. Um, it's RVC models. I'll go ahead and go to this. This is what it's going to look like. These RVC models are going to be what you use for your voices. And up here, you'll see there's model presets. You can have up to 8. You might be able to get more if you have the premium version. I don't have the premium version, and it is not necessary to have. But 8 should do for now. I mean, it's plenty for me. I haven't even used them all up. We'll go ahead and download something new, like, I don't know, we can do like, I don't really know what voice I want, honestly. Kind of have what I need. I guess Luke, hold on. Let's just search up Vocaloid. Oh. Oh, nothing. Oh, I spelled it wrong, duh. Or did it? Forget it. There, there's a few different ones. You can just skip forward, honestly. I don't know which one to choose. It's fine. Here, I'll just show you. I'll just click random one. Screw it. So once you click it, you'll see download link. Press download link. It'll bring you to a Google Drive, or it'll just install it straight up. Just press download. Download anyway. I don't know what this voice is. I guess we're gonna find out. The next thing you're going to want to do is go to where you downloaded it, right click, and then WinRAR extract. Or if you just have zip, you just unzip it. And so it's a file. And then you're going to have 2 different files. Sometimes there'll be like folders within this folder and stuff, and you'll have to find them. But you'll have a PTH file and an index file. And once you have those, you'll go to like one of the presets, probably the first one for you. But I'm going to go to 7 because that's what I have. Click on it, click on the PTH file that is within there, and then you're going to go to this index file thing, click select, and then go back to the folder again, and then do the model.index in that folder. And so there's some settings you can change here, like index rate, format, pitch, and output volume. I couldn't really tell you what format and index do, but what I recommend to you is to mess with them just a tiny bit, and make sure you can hear your voice change your voice. Pitch, you don't really need to mess with that much. It's obviously preference, but messing with it will help you determine the best quality of the voice you're using. And then another thing is to select these. This R and noise reduction is completely optional, but I would recommend to have this upscaler on and this smart SINE or whatever. And then you can also turn on this noise gate and these EQ bands and just leave them as they are. That's just how I have them. So now that I have this model selected and everything else selected, I'm going to press start. And it's going to warm up for maybe like 15 seconds, probably at most. Doesn't really take that long. You just give it a little bit. Oh. Turn down this. Oh.
So, this voice sounds kind of weird. I don't know what this is. Here, we'll go Miku.
I don't know what the deal with that voice was. That was pretty weird. Some sound better than others, I guess. All right.
Alright. So here's the Miku voice. Here's Tato. Alright. Yeah, we have Tato now. Anyways.
That's what it sounds like. That's how to set it up and all that. I hope this helps. If you guys have any issues setting this up or run into any problems, just leave a comment or something, and I'll try to get back to you, and maybe I can add you on Discord or something and help you out. But you should have no issues with installing this stuff. So I hope this works out well for you, and have a good one.